We're here at Woodland Park. Right across from us are the lacrosse fields. We'll get to the Siena Heights news in a little bit, but when you step on the grass here, what memories start rushing back?
Pretty much just everything. Like, I started playing in third grade, so from third grade to my senior year, I was here on this field. Like, that's a whole decade of my life with all my friends, my closest friends that I've made on those fields. So it's just like anytime I step over there, I'm like, okay, this is my spot.
And it led you to a post-high school career playing at Siena Heights now. You're in a unique situation because you play both women's basketball and women's lacrosse. Siena Heights announcing the news that it'll shut down operations at the end of this upcoming school year. How did you find out about the news?
I found out about it on an email. I mean, I didn't really have any knowledge before that, except for one of my friends is living up on campus there, and he goes, hey, there's some talk about this. And I was like, yeah, right, that's not gonna happen. And then a couple hours later, I was like, oh, maybe you were right. But so I found out on that email that day.
What was your reaction?
I was just kind of shocked. I never thought it would close, let alone close while I was there. And I mean, nobody ever really goes through that. So I was like, now what do I do now?
How do you deal with it?
Pretty much, I think, just explore all my options. I mean, you got to have a positive mindset. If you don't have a positive mindset, this is probably the worst case scenario you could think of when going to college. So, I mean, you just got to try to stay positive. You think about it, in hindsight, I made my best friends over these last couple of years there, and that's something that I have to, appreciate, because, I wouldn't have gotten that anywhere else but Siena.
And throughout your time at Siena, you had no indication whatsoever that this was going to happen?
No.
So now going into the winter and then the spring, how do you balance trying to be the best teammate you can while recognizing you have to do the best you can for you to set you up for a future at a different school?
I think I just have to realize that everyone's in the same situation as me. We're all trying to play our best, get looks at other schools so we can go and continue on being athletes at other schools. So yeah, I want to take my shots, I want to do my best, but also I have a team of 10 other girls on the basketball side and lacrosse side that are trying to do the same thing. I got to make them shine too.
For you, when you look at your options, playing only lacrosse, playing only basketball, sticking with both and playing both, which option appeals the most to you in the future?
I would love to continue both. That's definitely my top option, but given the situation we're in, I know not a lot of schools or athletes do it. So if it did come down to it and I'd have to choose, I think that's something I would have to consider later. But as of right now, that's my top, is to still try to do both.
If you had to choose between basketball and lacrosse, which one would you choose? I know it's a hard question, but...
Honestly, whatever school. If there's a school that I love, they have the best major program for me and I can only play basketball there, or there's a school that's that kind of has my major, kind of doesn't, and I can only play lacrosse there, I'd have to just go with whatever academically is better.
Have you met with both teams ever since hearing the news?
I've met with the basketball team last week, and then our lacrosse team meets tonight. So.
What was that conversation like with the basketball team?
A lot of just awkward silence. Nobody really knows what to say, what to do, where to go from here. But at the same time, our basketball team was okay, we have a summer league game next Wednesday. We better all still be there. We gotta stand together, stand strong.
Emotionally and mentally, how hard is it going to be to wake up for these games and to keep that competitive spirit, knowing that no matter what you guys do this upcoming season, it's all over at the end of that?
I think it's going to be hard, especially because we don't have a future after this. It's going to be hard for sure, but I think having this is our last year mentality will also help us a lot. We want to do what's best for us this year, and make this last year the one that counts.
If you could do it all again, would you still commit to Siena Heights?
For sure.
Why?
Just the people there that I've met are great. The opportunities it's given me were endless. I have so many people in my corner now. I've met so many great friends. I got the experience to go play 2 sports. I would do it again. I love it. I love the school. I love the area. When
you look at the goals that you had when you first arrived on campus, compared to the goals you have now that Siena's closing, how do they compare? I
think they're pretty much the same. My goals when I committed, I wanted to go there, get good grades, do good in my sports, and I feel like I've done that and accomplished that, and that's just what I want to continue wherever else I go next.
What are some of the things that average people like myself don't know about the burden this now puts on you in the future?
It kind of just puts the burden on now that when we were in high school and we were playing travel and we were playing our tournament games, everybody was looking at you your goal was you had to do good so you could get offers to go somewhere else. And once you get in college, it was you still had to do good, you had to perform your best and everything, but now it's more so I need to do good because now I don't know what the future holds. Like if I don't perform to my best and try to help my teammates succeed too, like there's a chance that maybe I don't get to play again. So I think it just puts a little bit of pressure on you in that aspect, but we've done it before in high school, so I feel like everyone could be able to do it again.
And you've been in a lot of high pressure spots, whether that's games at the high school level, even when you were younger, travel. How does this compare to those type of moments, knowing that really your entire future relies on this upcoming winter and spring seasons?
I feel like it's kind of just the same. Like I've had pressure on me before, and that's what it's going to be like again this year. But at the same time, I feel like it's not as much pressure because I already knew I did it once. So like I know I can do it again, and especially with the girls around me, like I know we'd all be able to do it again.
For your future school, wherever that may be, what are they getting in Megan Gibbs?
Hardworking, competitive person for sure. But at the same time, like the most, like just goofy person. Like I could be the most serious or unserious person depending on the situation. In a game, in a practice, I'm like serious, and then the second the whistle blows to end it, like you're not gonna get a single like serious answer from me.
Well, I've gotten a lot of serious answers in this interview.
Yeah.
And finally, from your time at Perrysburg to now, what do you take away from your time as a Yellow Jacket?
I think just like what it means to be a Yellow Jacket at Perrysburg, like we hold ourselves, like we want to be the best at Perrysburg. All of our sports are competitive, and I feel like that's still how I am at Siena. Like I want to be the best. I want to continue the legacy of Perrysburg. Like there's some great people and players below me, and I want them to know like this is the standard and continue in those footsteps.